on July 15th? Have you provided all memorandums within the Secret Service?
I would have to get back to you on
that. That is a no. You are being dishonest or lying. You're being dishonest here with this committee. These are important questions that the American people want answers to, and you're just dodging and talking around it in generalities. And we had to subpoena you to be here, and you won't even answer the questions. We have asked you repeatedly to answer our questions. This isn't hard.
Happening today, nation, the Judiciary Committee has subpoenaed the head of the Secret Service, Kimberly Cheatle, who is basically in charge during the failed catastrophe assassination attempt against Donald Trump. And I have never, ever heard anybody in these committees ever talk to a subpoenaed witness like this. Wait till you hear what Nancy Mace says to Kimberly Cheatle, and then we'll talk all about it. Oh my God.
Answers. Most of my questions are going to demand a yes or no answer. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay, my first question. Both sides of the aisle today have asked for your resignation. Would you like to use my 5 minutes to draft your resignation letter, yes or no?
No, thank you.
Was this a colossal failure?
It was a failure.
Yes or no? Was it a colossal failure is the question. Yes or no?
I have admitted this is a terrible...
This is a yes or no series of questions. Was this a colossal failure? Yes or no?
Yes.
Was this tragedy preventable? Yes or no?
Yes.
Has the Secret Service been transparent with this committee?
Yes.
Would you say the fact that we had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today as being transparent? Yes or no?
I have always been
yes or no. You didn't want to answer the question.
Committee.
We had to issue a subpoena to get you to show up today. That is not transparent, by the way. You stated earlier, Secret Service is not political. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say leaking your opening statement to Punchbowl News, Politico's Playbook, and Washington Post several hours before you sent it to this committee as being political? Yes or no?
I have no idea how my statement got out.
Well, that's bullshit. So, Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask unanimous consent to enter into the record articles by Punchbowl News, Political Playbook, Washington Post, all done at 5:24 a.m., 6:12 a.m., 6:34 a.m., a solid 3 to 4 hours before this committee got your statement.
Without objection, so ordered.
Okay. Is the Secret Service fully cooperating with our committee?
Yes.
Okay, you say you're fully cooperating with this committee. On July 15th, this committee sent you a list of demands of information that we wanted. Has the Secret Service provided this committee a complete list of all law enforcement personnel that were there that day? Have you done that? Have you provided a list to the Oversight Committee? Yes or no?
I will have to get back to you on that.
That is a no. Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th? Yes or no?
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're full of shit today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Whoa,
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
I want to.
Come on.
We have to maintain decorum in this committee,
wow.
No matter how
Have you provided
upset we
any
get.
and all memos to this committee that
Wow.
we've asked you on July 15th? Have you provided all memorandums within the Secret Service?
I would have to get back to you on
that. Is a no. You are being dishonest or lying. You're being dishonest here with this committee. These are important questions that the American people want answers to, and you're just dodging and talking around it in generalities. And we had to subpoena you to be here, and you won't even answer the questions. We have asked you repeatedly to answer our questions. This isn't hard. These are not hard questions. Have you provided us all communications from the Secret Service related to that day and that rally? Have you provided this committee? We've asked for this information on July 15th. Have you provided any of this information that this committee has asked of the Secret Service? Any of it?
I'll have to get back to you.
Have you even read this letter that we sent you? Did you even read this?
Yes.
Okay. And you have said you don't know, you have no idea. Well, the answer is no. We haven't gotten a single document or piece of information or data from you or your agency in related to the rally that we have asked you for. So, was this attempted assassination of Donald Trump a failure of training or execution or both?
I think that those are answers that we need to
Training,
examine.
execution, or both? Which one?
I think those are answers.
All right.
we
How
need to
many
determine.
how many Secret Service personnel have lost their jobs due to this colossal failure?
At this time, none.
Wow.
How many Secret Service
Wow.
personnel have been required to take a refresher course on how not to let people shoot Donald Trump?
Our personnel are currently operational. We are examining the facts of this investigation, and we will make the changes necessary.
What time did law enforcement become aware that there was an individual on the roof with a clear line of sight to President Trump?
I am still verifying timelines.
Of course, 9 days in, you have no answers. How many minutes went by between the time law enforcement saw and took photos of crooks and the shooting? How many minutes?
I am still verifying timelines.
57 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
Not one person has been reprimanded. Not one person has been fired. Not one person has been put in disciplinary probation or what have you. Not one person has been held accountable. We're not talking about messing up an order of chicken parmesan. We're not even talking about misplacing a specific report having to do with major stakeholders or a merger or a major corporate decision. We're talking about the fact that within a millimeter or larger or less, we could have lost one of the most important figures in American history, somebody who is a former president of the United States. And with all intents and purposes, there's a high likelihood that they will become the future president of the United States, having an assassination attempt on him. And not one person, not one employee of the Secret Service has gotten even a minor slap on the wrist. So, that to me, besides what Nancy Mace said to her, and by the way, I think she's completely justified. Forget decorum. We're done with decorum right now. This is how Americans feel. We elect representatives to represent us. Remember, it's a government of the people, for the people, by the people. This is exactly, I guarantee you, let me know in the comments if you feel the same way. I guarantee you, there is a majority of Americans who feel the exact same way that Representative Nancy Mace does. If you're one of them, let me know in the comments. And if you're not, I really want to hear from you, and I'd love to hear some context as to why. All these the other side of the aisle, there's a lot of people like Ratty Raskin who are choosing to use this committee hearing as a platform to advocate for anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment legislation, which completely insults the gravity of this situation. I have seen people fired for way less. I have seen people suspended, at least put on some kind of probation for way less. The fact that Kimberly Cheatle, the head of the Secret Service, has not reprimanded not one individual, not one employee or personnel of the Secret Service, and we're almost 10 days out from this catastrophic historical failure, is beyond comprehension, beyond justification. And not only should there be massive layoffs and firings, but you, Kimberly Cheatle, you should quit right now, today. You should resign effective immediately. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I throw this back to you. This thing is ongoing. I'm going to be producing hopefully some more videos. It's extremely long and laborious, arduous. I'm doing my best to sort of discern what are the points that make the most sense. Most of these committee hearings are really, really boring. You don't really get any answers. Kimberly Cheatle, who's the head kind of witness here being subpoenaed, really just gives sort of robotic, rigid, administrative type answers that have no bearing and no meaning and nothing that anybody wants to hear. So I'm trying to decipher that. So stick around, subscribe. If you made it this far, in the pinned comment, show notes, and description is our free newsletter. Make sure you subscribe to that. Become a Nez Nation Insider. You get a whole bunch of perks, benefits, access to our members-only Discord. That's in the pinned comment, description, and show notes. But I can't wait to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? Is Nancy Mace right? Was she wrong? Should she have said those things? Should she have kind of grilled her in that fashion? Should she have defied decorum? Or is Kimberly Cheatle really somebody who's hiding way too much. There's enough questions surrounding this event that I think warrant some actual substantive answers, and it doesn't seem like she's getting any. So I can't wait to hear from you guys. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right now. Follow, subscribe down there, and as always, may God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.